Hey, everybody. We are in the fourth quarter of a playoff game between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams come in as a wild card team. Dallas was the team with the lowest, or the three seed. Take a look at the regular season. So the Rams were 12-4. Dallas was 11-5. And they're hosting this wild card playoff game in the SFFRL, the Strat Fan Forum Replay League. Off tackle right here to Zeke, and he's going to pick up a short gain. It's going to go down to the 5 yard line. He picks up 27 as he picks up the extra 10 on the box reading. And the Rams are leading 21-17. They had the ball after an interception and were driving when they fumbled the ball around Dallas's 10-yard line late in the third quarter. And then Dallas has taken that on this drive, is driven down to the 5-yard line. Inside run to Zeke's going to pick up 7, and that's a touchdown. Jumps up and does his little feed me routine. And the Cowboys are back in front with 12 minutes to go in the game. Extra point is up and good by Brett Maher. Mayer. I think Mayer sounds about right. That kick goes 9 yards deep to the end zone and will be down by Blake Countess. So out comes Jared Goff, trailing by 3 in a playoff game. Go with their familiar 3-wide set. Quick into Tyler Higbee is going to fall incomplete. I know it says -3 on the cards, but on a look-in pass, there is no negative yardage, so that's instead changed to an incompletion. This is a Stratomatic football game. Bombed Robert Woods. No men in the zone, covered by a 4. Instead, it's a dump off for 5 yards, and that'll bring up 3rd and 5. And it was Brandon Cooks that cut off his route and looked underneath for the short pass. So 3rd and 5, 3 wide now for the Rams. Gurley in the shotgun next to Goff. Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, and Brandon Cooks are the receivers. Tyler Higbee's a tight end. See Gerald Everett from time to time in the 2 tight end set. Bomb to Cooper Kupp. He's being single covered by a 4, and it's going to land incomplete. Hit the interception split, but with 0 men back there, very low chance for a pick. 2, 3, and 12. So the Rams have to punt, trailing by 3. Oh, and it's a good one. Johnny Hecker gets all of it, 68 yards. Backs Tavon Austin, the former Ram, all the way back to the 4-yard line. He lets it bounce to the 3-yard line. He lets it bounce, and it bounces back for 1 yard. So they'll start there with a 3-point lead. That couldn't have worked out better for the Rams. They could flip the field here. The Rams come out showing blitz and the 3-4. Let's take a look at the Cowboys pass blocking. Pretty good. 4, 5, 4, 0, 5. It's a run call. He's going deep. He's going a bomb to Amari Cooper, covered by 0, and incomplete on Prescott's card. So Joe tried to get him to think he was going to go all-out blitz, and it was a D die. It could have been a safety. Let's see what happens here. He goes with a single back set, 2 tight ends. Zeke is the halfback, and he's a 3 pass blocker. The big rush comes from Arrow Donald here as a 6'12", Ndamukong Suh up the middle as a 6'4". It's an inside run to Zeke. Guessed wrong, but there's a man in the zone. It's going to pick up 6. That'll set up a makeable 3rd and 4. Looks like the Cowboys are coming up in a 2-back set. Nope, they go single back, 3 wide. Beasley, Gallup, and Cooper are the wideouts. Jeff Swaim is the tight end with Zeke back there. He could take a draw here We saw those short gains on the Rams linebacker and off tackle cards, and the linebackers is 0 against the run. 5.06 Corey Littleton. Let's see what he does. Might go flat. Might throw a flat pass here. He's been throwing to Swaim in key situations. Instead, it is that inside run to Zeke. Guessed wrong. Nobody's in the zone, but 6 nose tackle. It's going to be guessed on the guessed right card. Would have been 2 either way because the white die was a 1. That'll bring up 4th and 2 and a punting situation. So that's one of the rare situations where you're hoping to land on the D cards. It's Chris Jones's time to try to shift the field, and he doesn't do quite as good as Hecker. That's going to be down to the Rams 44. Fair catch there called for. And that's where the Rams will take over. The 43, excuse me. 3 wide. Bomb to cup. 1 man in zone. Defensive back in zone. It's only a 4. 2/3 chance that this is a 27-yard gain, and it is. Down to the 30. He goes big and hopes that he doesn't go home. Nice connection there. Now it's the 2 tight end. Well, the blocking back halfback said Gerald Everett checks into the game. It's a 5 run blocker. Decent receiver. He can go deep. He's covered by a 4 as well. Short pattern to Everett. And showing blitz and bringing everybody. And it's going to be a sniper scope. 33 yards. That'll be a 30-yard touchdown from Goff to Everett. And just like that, the Rams are back in front. And the Cowboys will be under pressure. Greg the Leg boots it through, and it's 28-24. This seems like one of those games where whoever has the ball last is going to be the winning team. But we'll see. We took over, it was 21-17 Rams, and then it was 24-17 Cowboys. Now 28-24 Rams. Curl to Michael Gallup, showing blitz, not bringing any linebackers for the pass rush. They did have an extra linebacker there stuffing the run right next to the nose tackle, but it was a 1X anyway. Prescott today, 15 of 24 for 151 and a touchdown. Gallup's caught 5 passes for 42 yards. Run call, curl to Gallup. And it's going to pick up 11. That'll be a first down, boys. Even with 4 men in the zone, that's going to be a completion. We got a spectator joining the building. Slant to Jarwin, and that's going to be a sack. Down goes Prescott, thanks to Mark Barron against that 0 linebacker, Xavier Suafilo. 35% chance of a sack. That'll set up 2nd and 22. Cowboys go 3 wide. A 0 against a 1. It's a pretty nice percentile change. Those zeros really kill you. And run right to Prescott. It's a 3 wide. So the white die 1 could be in play. Goes on the D card. It's going to pick up just 4. Avoids the interception split, setting up a 3rd and 18. Only 6 minutes to go. 8 runs for 49 yards for Prescott. Let's see what they do here at 3rd and 18. Maybe they try to hit one of those short gains off tackle. Just run a draw. Instead, it's a screen right to Zeke. There's a 0-rated linebacker there. It's going to pick up just 4. And that'll bring up 4th and 14. Got to punt. Got to trust your defense. Now, if he had thrown that as a look-in, that would have been plus 23, or if it would have been a white die 6. Here's the punt. 49 yards by Chris Jones. And JoJo Natson setting up at his 20 or 19. And he'll return that 18 yards. That'll give the Rams nice field position with a 4-point lead and only 5:06 to go. So barring a turnover, it looks like the Rams will pull off the mild upset here. Really, these two teams, I would say the Rams have the better personnel. But the Cowboys were home, so they have the home field advantage. Square out left to Cooks is going to go incomplete. They need 2 more plays like that to get the ball back and have a chance to steal this game. The playoffs, big plays, turnovers. That's what can decide these games. We haven't seen Gurley run much since we've been watching. He's got 14 runs left. Those fumbles have really spooked Joe. Crossing Banner to Woods, or maybe it's just the Cowboys' lack of pass rush and their poor pass defense. That's going to be incomplete off the receiver card. Goff's thrown 39 times. Gurley's only run it 13 times. Zeke's run at 20. Dak's thrown at 26. And run at 8. So 3rd and 10, big play here. Not showing blitz. The Rams pass blocking is really good. 7-4-3-5-7. Inside run to Gurley. There's nobody home. It's going to pick up 14 yards and a first down. If he had just left the linebacker home, it would have just been a 4-yard gain. That's going to make it even tougher. So just when we're writing off Joe for not running Gurley enough, he says, look at me. I run him in a big spot. 14 runs for 61 yards. Off tackle right to Gurley. Fumble split, but it's going to just lose a yard. He only fumbles it guessed right 1 out of 36 times. Snake eyes. 2nd and 11, 3:18 to go. Might look for that. It's a screen left. I was going to say a short pass to Brooks. That'll pick up 5 off of Gurley's card, and I'll bring up 3rd and 5. 2:42 to go. This is the time you need to stand. You need to make a play right here. Third down and 6. It said Everett's card. That's weird. I had a little glitch there because it did say Everett's card. I wonder if Everett is a +4 on 6. Oh, no, because he lost a yard on the previous play. That's why. Never mind. So it was 2nd and 11. Lost a yard. Picked up 5. 3rd and 6. 3-3-5 against the 3 wide, 2 back set. Ideally, you use these guys to double team the right guy. Flair left to Higbee. There's a 5 there. It's going to lose 3 yards, so the Cowboys will get the ball back with 1:52 to go after this punt. A white die 6 there. That would have been a game changer. Instead, the white die was a 4. Here comes the punt. So this is what it's going to come down to, folks. Cowboys will take over around their 12-yard line, 10-yard line. On their 10, 90 yards. They need 90 yards, and they need to end up in the end zone. A field goal will not cut it. 4 wide. And the Rams go 3-3-5. Check out Prescott on the bomb. Completion on 4 and 2, plus the must runs. And run to Prescott. It's going to pick up nothing. It's going to lose a yard. Defensive end -1 or +5. Prescott's got one more end run left. Michael Brockers made the play that time. But he did get out of bounds. 1:45 left. That's sometimes almost more important than the yardage. Zeke can hit a big one. Off tackle and linebacker on the edges are his specialty. He'll get you some on the end run, maybe get out of bounds too. Crossing pattern to Cole Beasley. Dante Fowler's coming. He's going to get 10 yards and out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and 1. 1:37 to go. 81 yards away from pay dirt. He goes with a 4 wide. Zeke's not in the shotgun, or Prescott's not in the shotgun, so Zeke can run it to any of the zones. I'll tackle draw to Zeke. Just want to avoid those nose tackle tests because Sue would stop those on a 5 or a 9. Hits for 13. 3 timeouts left, so you got to use one here. 1st and 10, 1:30 to go. Now you're only 68 yards away from pay dirt. Goes to a more standard set, sensing that maybe he doesn't need to throw it as much. Or at least maybe he can coax a run call out of Joe. 28-24 Rams in this wild card first round game in the Stratomatic Football League, the SFFRL. Zeke's run 21 times for 144. He is down to 9 unfatigued carries left, so plenty of carries for him. Slant to Blake Jarwin. There is a rusher coming. And it's a fumble. Oh, I can't tell. It looks like the Cowboys have jumped on it. No advancement. Xavier Suafilo has jumped on the ball. And he'll have to use another timeout here, I think. You don't want to go. Well, he does go hurry up. 2nd and 10. What's a 9? 9 on Zeke's card wouldn't have done anything too big. He might run it here to set up a 3rd and short. Hope to get one of those short gains again on the Rams cards. Pitch out right to Zeke. He does try to run it. Hits for 15. That's a big play. Is he going to get out of bounds? He does. Preserves his 2 timeouts. 1 minute to go. 53 yards away from pay dirt. Zeke up to 159. Averaging 7.2 yards per carry. He gets back in the huddle. He says, come on, Zach. Not Zach. Come on, Dak. Zeke says, come on, Dak. Feed it to me. I'm good. But instead, Dak goes 4 wide. They bring in the other personnel. Says, Zeke, I need you to block for me this time. Crossing pattern to Cooper. 4 men in the zone. Guessed right. Incomplete. Let's look at the Rams' deep pass card. Nothing there on a 4 either. Still stay. No, now he goes back to the 2 tight end set. This is where he might run it. Or maybe try to get Joe to call a run. 52 seconds left. 2 timeouts. 2nd and 10. Cowboys are still on their own side of the field, but that might be changing real quick. Crossing pattern to Cooper. 4 men in the zone. Guessed right. Cooper's covered by 0. It's going to be a receiver reading 16 yards. 1st down, Cowboys down to the 37. 45 seconds to go, and he gets out of bounds again. In strat, you get out of bounds on a 2, 4, or 6. So that means that, it lands, the readings land on the offensive cards on 1, 2, or 3. The defensive cards on 4, 5, or 6. So if it's a defensive card reading, you have 2/3 chance to get out of bounds. 45 seconds to go. 2 timeouts. 1st and 10. Back to a 2 tight end set. Will he sneak a run here? He does. He calls a draw. Off tackle right to Zeke. There's a man there, but it's not going to matter because it's on Zeke's card for 4 yards. Timeout. 37 seconds left. 33 yards to go. 2nd and 6. Goes back to the 4 wide. Obviously, he was hoping to hit the Rams short gain card. Remember, we saw it earlier for 27 yards. He hits that short gain with a box. That would be quite useful. This time, though, he's going 4 wide. You think he's going to pass. Tyron Smith against Aaron Donald. They haven't seen that challenge come up. That's a big matchup right here. Sue against Joe Loney. Crossing boundary to Cooper, being double covered by the free safety. Oh, and it hits Zach. Gets him in his sights. Completes it for 11 yards. Either hurry up or timeout or spike the ball. What is he going to do? I think I would call timeout. He spikes it. That's good too. That's the second choice. 22 seconds to go. Goes back to the 2 tight end set. Might try to get one of these off tackle runs. He can win it on an off tackle run. The problem with a run, well, he does have 1 timeout left, so maybe that's why he spiked it. This will be the last time he can run without worrying about containment on this particular set of downs. 20 of 30 for 203 and 1 touchdown. We got a fantastic finish here, folks, in the Rams-Cowboys game. Off tackle draw right to Zeke. No, that's not just going to gain a yard. Timeout. 15 seconds to go. See, he really wanted to get that 7 or 8. Short gain that would have made it to you could call timeout and have 15 seconds and 3 shots at the end zone. Instead, it's going to be 21 yards away, 15 seconds left. Don't spike it. You got to just use that timeout now. He does. 3rd and 9. You need to get 2 short pass completions. There's no more dump offs now. Under 30 seconds. You saw him double team Cooper. Dak had to zero in and hit the perfect number to make that complete. What will happen now? Will he try to hit a flat? Try to hit a flat and get out of bounds? You think he's going to pull back the guy covering Beasley. Deep to Zeke, covered by 4. Incomplete. Tries to go big. Just misses. Problem is now, if you go deep and you land on one of these must runs, for whatever reason, Strat's coded it so you don't even attempt to get out of bounds on a must run. 4th and 9. You need that first down. You need 21 yards. The Rams may run out of downs and time here. You can go for a short pass and just hope you get out of bounds. You have 50-50 chance to get out of bounds. Or you go deep, try to hit that 4 on Dak's number. You know for sure he's going to pull this guy back. He'll pull back nickel Roby Coleman to have 2 men in the long pass zone. He's not going to leave it to 1 man again. He does deep to Zeke. It's got to be a 4 on the, and instead it's an interception split. So the Rams hold on against the Cowboys. Oh no, they're not even going to intercept it. They're just going to knock it down. They knock it down, and they'll take over for victory formation on the 21. Great game. Jump ball in the end zone. It was fun. It was a nice, close game. Could have gone either way. Just needed one more play. The white die was a 5, so even if it would have been a short pass, he would not have gotten out of bounds. So that's the way the game went. Take a look at the box score. So Dallas led 17-14 at the half. It wasn't one of these back and forth games. So it went 7-0 Dallas, 7-7, 14-0 Rams, 14-14, 17-14 Dallas, 21-17 Rams, 24-21 Dallas, 28-24 Rams, and then we just saw the game end as the Cowboys were driving for potentially the winning score, but they couldn't break through. So nice job, Bruce. Great game. Good job, Joe. Congratulations. The Rams advance to the next round. Let me close this down. Thanks for tuning in, folks.